Good morning, students of Standard 10th. I'm here with the first video for this week, and we'll be discussing the chapter Glimpses of India, the second part of it, which is Coorg. Now, Coorg, as you see, is a very beautiful place, full of natural beauty, and it's also called Scotland of India because of the greenery. Scotland is a very green country, and Coorg, because 30% of the area of Coorg is covered with rainforest, Coorg is always considered as the Scotland of India. It's one of the most beautiful and scenic places which most people don't know about. That is strange. The main reason for people not visiting Coorg is, other than from September to March, it's always raining over there. So it's distressing for the tourists. So that is, for some reasons, not a very favorite tourist place. But it is a heaven, and let's discuss some more about it. It lies between Mysore and Mangalore. That's the location, and it is supposed to have drifted from the kingdom of God. It's land of rolling hills. You will find hills all over Coorg, and the inhabitants are very good people. The Coorgis or Kodavus, they refer to themselves. They are very nice people and very valiant, and they have been very martial men. They have been involved in wars. The Coorg regiment of the army is one of the most reputed armies, is one of the most reputed regiments of Indian army. It's a smallest district of Karnataka, right? And it is famous for, it's called a coffee country because the main produce there is coffee. Coorgi coffees are very famous, and other than that, it's a land of rainforest, and it also produces spices. So lots of South Indian spices that we acquire over here comes from Coorg. As I told you, monsoons are very heavy over there, and that's why tourists don't prefer to visit Coorg during monsoons, and September to March is the time for preferred visit over there. If you move around Coorg, you will find coffee plantations, old-fashioned colonial houses, and forests all over. That's a basic scenic view of Coorg, right? Now, these are coffee plantations. This is how coffee look when it's growing. Now let's come down to Coorgi people. Here you see in this image a husband and wife in traditional Coorgi dress. If you notice the cap, the black robe, and the vest that they carry with the dagger, and the woman, the way they cover their head all the time. Now, these are very fiercely valiant people, and their origin is considered. There are doubts about the origin. There is one school of thought, they believe they are of Greek descent. Now, what logic they give is when Alexander's army was stranded in India, and they found it futile to go back to their land, to their native land. So they decided to settle in India. They married the locals and started their own community, and that is the Kodavu community of Coorg. How this inference is drawn? Because of their rituals, the way they marry, the marriage ceremonies take place, the way they worship, it is different from Hindus. So those are more close to the Greek people. That is why this inference is drawn that their origin is from they are of Greek descent. But if you look at their clothes, this the traditional black coat with a vest and the dagger, these also resemble an Arabian dress called kufia, and they call it kupia. You see the resemblance in name and the resemblance in the dress as well. And since that is their traditional dress, people tend to believe that they were of Arabic origin. The basic thing about Coorg so far we have understood, if we summarize value point wise, A, it's called a coffee country and its trademark is producing coffee, the rainforest and the production of spices. That is a basic thing. Scenic way, it is always, there is greenery always, greenery is always present there. That way Coorg looks attractive too. About the people, as I told you, they are very valiant. Their martial skills are different from Indians. That is also, people think they have descended from the Greek, because the martial skill, the skill of war that they display is very different from regular traditional Indians. Now, about the nature of the people, we told you there is a difference between the origin and the theory of origin. Now, Coorgi are the only people who don't have to carry a gun license. If they want to possess a gun, they don't have to procure a gun license. Only people in India. They can walk into a store, show their Aadhaar card, so that they are of Coorgi descent, and they would get a gun. They could buy guns and ammunitions. So that those valiant people, the trustworthiness they have secured so far in the world is in itself unique. Now, they are very hospitable person. If you visit Coorg, hotels or restrooms, rest houses are less preferred. People stay to prefer in a Coorgi house because of their hospitality, the way they treat their guests. And they have, if you speak to the elders or even the younger ones, the only story they have to share with the guests are the story of how valiant their forefathers were and how many wars they fought. So they were had been a major part of Indian Army, and it is the most decorated regiment of the Indian Army. And you must have heard the name of General Cariappa, Field Marshal Cariappa rather. He was the first chief of Indian Army, right? And his stories of valor are famous all over the world. So this is how we discuss the people of Coorg. So the question, describe the people of Coorg. How can this be taken? You can take it simply by saying that those people are valiant, have great martial skills, but very hospitable. They have been the Coorg regiment have been a part of Indian Army, and it is the most decorated army. And it's the Coorgi people that like telling stories about their ancestors and their valor. And it was a Coorgi person, Field Marshal Cariappa, who was the first chief of Indian Army. Earlier we didn't have generals, we had field marshals, right? And they are the only people who are allowed to procure a gun without a valid license. So this is the description of the people. Now let's discuss in brief the uniqueness about Coorg. You have heard the name of river Kaveri. It's the purest river in India. It originates from Coorg, right? And certain specific species of animals that can be seen there can be seen nowhere in India, particularly the Mahashir fish, the kingfisher bird. These are exclusively found in Coorg. So I think we will keep it up to here today. In the next one, I will try to make a proper video, a longish video with images, so that you can understand in detail. So next video would be an animated video where the discussion of the entire chapter would be there. But the discussion of Kudgi people were the most important part. Rest, the geography and the mountain sports available there, the animals seen there, we can discuss it in that second video. And the final video, we would be discussing the important value points and the question and answers. So till we meet, it's goodbye from me.